In a shocking twist that has rocked Washington, rumors are swirling that President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris engaged in a heated argument in the Oval Office, with Harris reportedly calling Biden a dinosaur. The explosive exchange allegedly highlights growing tensions within the administration, with insiders claiming that the two leaders are at odds over key policy decisions. According to anonymous sources, the confrontation took place during a private meeting to discuss the administration's strategy for the upcoming election. Biden, known for his measured tone, reportedly suggested sticking to traditional approaches, focusing on bipartisan appeal and long-standing democratic values. Harris, however, allegedly pushed for a bolder, more progressive strategy to energize younger voters. "We need to look forward, not backward," she reportedly said, her voice sharp. "You're clinging to the past, and it's holding us back." Biden, visibly frustrated, is said to have responded, "Experience matters, Kamala. You can't just throw out decades of wisdom for flashy ideas that won't work." This reportedly triggered a fiery response from Harris. "Experience?" she allegedly fired back. "You're a dinosaur, Joe. The world has changed, and you're refusing to adapt. It's not 1985 anymore." The room reportedly fell silent as the tension between the two leaders reached a boiling point. Staffers outside the Oval Office are said to have overheard raised voices, with one witness describing the atmosphere as intense and unrelenting. Sources claim the argument escalated further, with Biden accusing Harris of undermining his leadership. "I'm the President of the United States," he allegedly said. "You're supposed to support me, not tear me down." Harris, refusing to back down, reportedly shot back, "And I'm the Vice President. My job is to tell you the truth, even when you don't want to hear it." Insiders suggest that the disagreement stemmed from deeper frustrations within the administration. Harris is reportedly frustrated with a perceived lack of influence, while Biden is said to be concerned about maintaining party unity amid mounting pressure from both progressives and moderates. As the argument continued, Biden allegedly questioned Harris's political instincts, claiming her ideas would alienate swing voters. "You're out of touch with what the average American wants," he reportedly said. "We need steady leadership, not risky experiments." Harris, in turn, reportedly accused Biden of being overly cautious. "You're afraid of change, Joe," she allegedly said. "But if we don't adapt, we're going to lose the next generation of voters." The exchange reportedly ended when a senior staffer interrupted to remind the pair of their next meeting. Both leaders are said to have left the Oval Office visibly frustrated, with Biden heading to a press briefing and Harris retreating to her office. The alleged confrontation has sent shockwaves through the political world, with pundits and analysts speculating about its implications for the administration. "This is a rare glimpse into the internal struggles of the White House," one political commentator said. "It's clear that there are deep divisions at the top." Critics of the administration have seized on the rumors, using them as evidence of dysfunction and a lack of clear direction. "If Biden and Harris can't even agree with each other, how can they lead the country?" one Republican strategist said. Supporters of Harris, however, have praised her willingness to challenge Biden, calling it a sign of strong leadership. "Kamala isn't afraid to speak truth to power," one progressive activist said. "She's pushing for the bold action this country needs." Meanwhile, Biden's allies have dismissed the rumors as overblown, arguing that disagreements are a normal part of governing. "Healthy debate is a hallmark of a strong administration," one Democratic lawmaker said. "It shows that they're grappling with important issues, not avoiding them." As speculation continues to swirl, neither Biden nor Harris has publicly addressed the reports. White House officials have declined to comment on the alleged argument, instead emphasizing the administration's focus on delivering results for the American people. Whether the rumors are true or exaggerated, the story has reignited debates about the future of the Democratic Party. Can Biden and Harris find common ground, or will their differences ultimately weaken the administration's ability to govern effectively? For now, the nation waits for answers as the Biden-Harris dynamic remains under intense scrutiny. One thing is certain: this alleged clash has added a new layer of intrigue to an already turbulent political landscape. The alleged Oval Office clash between Joe Biden and Kamala Harris has thrown a spotlight on what some describe as growing cracks within the administration. While both leaders have long emphasized unity and teamwork in public, insiders suggest that tensions have been simmering beneath the surface for months. According to White House aides, the relationship between Biden and Harris has been tested by disagreements over policy priorities, public messaging, and strategy for the upcoming election. "They come from different political eras," one insider said, "and those differences are becoming harder to reconcile." The fallout from the reported argument has dominated the media cycle, with pundits debating the implications for the Democratic Party. Some argue that the clash reflects healthy debate, while others see it as a sign of deeper dysfunction that could cost the party critical votes in 2024. Progressives have seized on the rumors as evidence that the administration needs to embrace a bolder vision. Kamala Harris is right to push for change, said one progressive activist. The party can't keep clinging to outdated strategies if it wants to inspire younger voters. Moderates, however, have expressed concern about the optics of such a publicized rift. The last thing the Democrats need right now is infighting, one strategist said. They should be focused on showing a united front against Republican extremism. The phrase "you're a dinosaur" has already gone viral, with social media users turning it into a meme to comment on generational divides in politics. One popular post depicted Biden as a cartoon T-Rex facing off against Harris as a sleek, futuristic robot. Critics of the administration have been quick to weaponize the alleged argument, claiming it underscores a lack of coherence within the White House. This is what happens when you have a fractured party, one Republican lawmaker said. The Democrats can't even agree with each other. Supporters of Biden, however, have defended his leadership, arguing that his experience and pragmatism are exactly what the country needs during turbulent times. Joe Biden has been through it all, said one Democratic donor. He understands that change takes time and careful planning. Harris's allies, meanwhile, have doubled down on her push for a more progressive agenda, framing her as a visionary leader willing to challenge the status quo. Kamala is fighting for the future, one ally said. She's not afraid to take risks, and that's what makes her such an important voice in the party. As the rumors spread, speculation has grown about how the alleged argument might affect the administration's working relationship. Some insiders fear it could lead to a breakdown in communication, while others believe it will ultimately strengthen their partnership by forcing them to address underlying issues. The story has also reignited debates about the challenges of balancing generational leadership within the Democratic Party. While Biden represents decades of institutional knowledge, Harris embodies the party's efforts to appeal to a more diverse and progressive electorate. Political analysts have pointed out that clashes between presidents and vice presidents are not uncommon, citing historical examples such as John Adams and Thomas Jefferson or Lyndon B. Johnson and Hubert Humphrey. Tension at the top is nothing new, one historian said. What matters is how they navigate it. The alleged argument has also sparked renewed interest in Harris's political future. Some believe the confrontation could boost her credibility among progressives, while others worry it might alienate moderate voters who value unity over conflict. Meanwhile, Biden has reportedly brushed off the controversy, telling aides that disagreements are a natural part of leadership. "I've been in politics long enough to know that arguments happen," he allegedly said. "What matters is that we keep our focus on delivering results." As the administration works to contain the fallout, staffers have reportedly been instructed to emphasize their shared goals and accomplishments. The president and vice president are committed to working together for the American people, one spokesperson said. Despite these assurances, the alleged argument has added fuel to ongoing discussions about the direction of the Democratic Party. Can the party bridge the gap between its progressive and moderate wings, or will internal divisions continue to hinder its ability to govern effectively? The clash has also drawn international attention, with foreign media outlets highlighting the story as an example of the challenges facing U.S. leadership. This is a reminder that even the most powerful governments are not immune to internal tensions, one analyst said. Back home, late-night comedians have turned the alleged argument into comedic gold, with skits imagining Biden and Harris engaging in increasingly absurd debates. One popular segment depicted Biden responding to Harris's "dinosaur" comment by roaring and stomping around the Oval Office. While some have found humor in the situation, others have raised concerns about the impact of such narratives on public trust in government. When political debates turn into memes, it's harder for people to take governance seriously, one commentator warned. The story has also sparked broader conversations about the pressures of political leadership, particularly for Harris, who faces unique challenges as the first woman and person of color to serve as vice president. "She's under a microscope like no one else," one ally said. And that's not easy. As the nation watches and waits for official responses from Biden and Harris, the story has taken on a life of its own, fueling speculation about everything from future policy shifts to potential 2024 campaign dynamics. For now, both leaders appear determined to move forward, focusing on their shared goals rather than their differences. But the alleged argument has left an indelible mark on the administration, serving as a reminder of the high stakes and intense pressures of leading a divided nation. The Oval Office dispute between Joe Biden and Kamala Harris has continued to dominate headlines, with insiders offering new details about the alleged confrontation. According to one aide, the argument began as a discussion about messaging but quickly spiraled into a clash over strategy and values. It started as a disagreement about tone, the aide revealed, but it became clear there were deeper frustrations on both sides. Observers have noted that the tension reflects larger struggles within the Democratic Party, as it seeks to balance progressive ambitions with moderate pragmatism. Biden and Harris represent two distinct wings of the party, one political analyst said. This isn't just about them, it's about a broader identity crisis. Progressives have celebrated Harris's reported remarks as a sign of her willingness to challenge the status quo. Kamala Harris is standing up for a new generation of Democrats, said one activist. We can't keep clinging to outdated ideas if we want to inspire real change. Meanwhile, moderates have rallied around Biden, praising his steady leadership in a time of political turmoil. Joe Biden is a voice of reason, said one longtime Democratic donor. He understands that progress is only possible when we bring people together. The phrase "you're a dinosaur" has taken on a life of its own, becoming a flashpoint in debates about generational change in politics. Younger voters have embraced it as a critique of establishment leadership, while older Democrats have dismissed it as disrespectful. The incident has also reignited speculation about Harris's political ambitions. Some insiders believe the confrontation signals her intention to position herself as a more progressive alternative to Biden, while others argue she was simply voicing legitimate concerns. As the rumors spread, both Biden and Harris have avoided addressing the incident directly, leaving their silence open to interpretation. The fact that neither of them has denied it speaks volumes, one commentator said. They're trying to ride out the storm without adding fuel to the fire. The White House has attempted to downplay the controversy, issuing statements emphasizing the administration's unity and shared goals. President Biden and Vice President Harris are committed to working together for the American people, a spokesperson said. Despite these efforts, the story has continued to dominate public discourse, with media outlets analyzing the implications for the administration's future. This is more than just a political spat, one journalist wrote. It's a glimpse into the challenges of governing in a deeply divided era. The incident has also drawn comparisons to past tensions between presidents and vice presidents, including Lyndon B. Johnson and John F. Kennedy, and Dick Cheney and George W. Bush. The dynamics of this relationship are always complex, one historian noted. But this feels particularly significant given the stakes. Critics of the administration have seized on the controversy, framing it as evidence of dysfunction and a lack of clear direction. If Biden and Harris can't even agree with each other, how can they lead the country? One Republican strategist asked. Supporters of the administration have pushed back against this narrative, arguing that disagreements are a natural part of leadership. Healthy debate is essential to good governance, said one Democratic lawmaker. It shows that they're grappling with real issues. The confrontation has also sparked broader discussions about the pressures of political leadership, particularly for Harris, who faces heightened scrutiny as the first woman and person of color to serve as vice president. She's navigating uncharted territory, one ally said. That's bound to create tension. Biden's allies have emphasized his decades of experience as a stabilizing force in the administration. Joe Biden has been through it all, one supporter said. He knows how to manage conflict and keep the focus on what matters. Harris's supporters, meanwhile, have praised her courage in challenging Biden, framing it as a necessary step to ensure the administration remains responsive to the needs of a changing electorate. Kamala Harris is fighting for the future, said one progressive organizer. She's not afraid to speak up, even when it's uncomfortable. The incident has also raised questions about the future of the Democratic Party. Can it bridge the gap between its progressive and moderate wings, or will internal divisions continue to hinder its ability to govern effectively? Political analysts have pointed out that the confrontation reflects a broader trend of generational change in politics, as younger leaders challenge the dominance of older figures. This is a natural part of political evolution, one expert said. But it's playing out in real time, and it's messy. The story has taken on a life of its own on social media, with users turning the alleged argument into a meme war. One popular post depicted Biden as a dinosaur wearing aviator sunglasses, while another showed Harris riding a rocket labeled Future. Late-night comedians have also seized on the controversy, with skits imagining increasingly absurd versions of the Oval Office clash. One segment depicted Harris demanding a holographic briefing system, while Biden insisted on sticking to handwritten notes. While some have found humor in the situation, others have expressed concern about the impact of such narratives on public trust in government. When political debates become memes, it's harder for people to take them seriously, one commentator warned. The incident has also sparked renewed interest in the dynamics of the Biden-Harris partnership. Some insiders describe their relationship as one of mutual respect but occasional friction, while others suggest that tensions have been growing for some time. As speculation continues to swirl, both Biden and Harris have made public appearances emphasizing their shared goals. In a recent speech, Biden highlighted the administration's accomplishments, while Harris focused on the need for bold action to address systemic challenges. Despite their efforts to project unity, the story has continued to generate buzz, with pundits debating its implications for the 2024 election. This could either strengthen their partnership or expose deeper divisions, one analyst said. It all depends on how they handle it moving forward. International observers have also weighed in, with some framing the incident as a sign of healthy debate within a democracy, while others see it as evidence of internal dysfunction. This is a reminder that even the most powerful governments face challenges, one European diplomat said. The story has also reignited debates about the role of decorum in politics. While some argue that the confrontation reflects the urgency of the issues at stake, others worry that it undermines the dignity of public office. As the nation waits for more details, the incident has become a lightning rod for broader discussions about leadership, generational change, and the future of American politics. Will it lead to meaningful change or simply add to the noise of political discourse? For now, the answer remains unclear.